Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Fleagle Floggle here, and I'm kind of making a video here to kind of give you guys another update and to give a shout out to a channel. First, I think it's probably important to give the update. The last time I made a video was around January, and in that video I not only kind of went over some CDs and such like that, but I feel the real meat of the bone on that video was talking about, I said, financial obligations and such like that, and getting a start to the channel again. And at the end of the day, I think it's with most things, life just sometimes gives you twists and turns when you make a plan, and sometimes the twists and turns can work in your favour, and sometimes it can't. And it really didn't in my progression through 2019. I said in the video, I just watched it recently, that it was all about kind of securing a permanent position within the role that I work in, and it didn't work out, sadly. I think this is just kind of what happens with a lot of jobs in general over in the UK. A lot of them just end up being temporary positions, I've noticed. It's quite hard to find a permanent position. A lot of companies and even government run places, shall we say, seem to be more in favour in keeping people for 4 months, maybe 6 months tops, and have that be that, despite how long you might work for them. I've never made this channel what's the way of putting it, like political or whatever, and I would never do that because I would never want to alienate with anybody with any opinions that I might have. But at the end of the day, I think the whole idea of apprenticeships, which I did go on that sort of route, is just a load of rubbish. My parents tell me a lot that back in the day, a lot of the times that they would have apprenticeships where there would always be about 3-4 years, and it was actually a government law where if an apprentice was to have a year's work somewhere, they would have to get a secure position once they completed that 12 months. And that just doesn't happen nowadays. You can work and do a 12-month apprenticeship and then have that be that, you're back on the dole or whatever. So anyways, I'm not in that bad of a position, but it's always a chasing my own tail sort of problem that I've got, where I'm at the moment really only getting temporary positions. So even when I get a new job and starting the first day, my immediate thought really, apart from just enjoying working in a new role, is I need to find something in the meantime of having this job to keep us going after this 4 or 5 months or whatever, so it's just the way it is, really. And I've kind of been put in that position again. I was enjoying work and I was enjoying where I was, but then it's coming up to the end again, and then so I've got to find something again. And because of this, basically, it's meant that the money that I've been getting from the job has been more down to holding on to that money in case I have some sort of period of time that I don't get a job, and I can at least financially support myself through that, instead of putting it towards other things, again, like a camera. Honestly, there was an Amazon Prime sale that happened recently, and I was so close to purchasing this DLSR camera, whatever you call them, but it was, even for a Prime sale, it's hundreds of pounds to get a decent camera. And again, I would just be kicking myself if I bought it and then I wasn't able to successfully get myself a job before the job I'm working at ends, and then I've just felt that I've spent a couple of hundred quid on a camera when I could have put it towards something more long term useful, so. But saying that, that's kind of my update. Again, many apologies. I really wish I could get this channel going for what I wanted to do. And I have my fingers crossed that I will. But that's just the way it is. Like I say, it's crap. And I feel especially bad for those of you who actually do still watch this channel. This channel, I've been doing it for so long, and the fact that I have such a lengthy period of time when I don't make a video and I still get people commenting saying how I'm doing it really means a lot. I do appreciate it. So thank you to those who do that. And I hope in the near future I will be able to get a permanent position and we'll get this ball rolling, So that's all I've really got to say for that. But again, thank you very much for your patience. And in the meantime, just know that even if there are lengthy periods of time that I'm not making a video, I am in the behind the scenes, I suppose, working as hard as I can to try and not only help myself as a person get a permanent position, but at the same time be able to make you guys enjoy videos that I would make, and which I would enjoy too, because it's definitely a hobby I would like to pick up. That's basically it for that. But I feel, and I didn't mention this previously, if you are interested at all in hearing anything to do with my opinions on music and such like that, it's kind of a weird plug, I suppose, but if you are interested, for nearly 2 years I think now, I've been doing voluntary work at a local hospital radio. I do it on Monday nights, usually between 7 till 10. It's called Durham Hospitals Radio, and even though it's a voluntary local, obviously hospital radio ran thing, it's actually a thing that you can stream online. So if you type in Durham Hospital Radio, you can stream it. There's just like a little play button, and from 7 to 10 on Mondays you should be able to catch me at some point. There I not only do a requests hour where I'm playing music when I go down on a ward, and it's mostly just to kind of keep the patients that I visit on a certain ward a bit company, but also to play the request. But at the meantime, I also have usually another hour within that week that I actually do my own show and play my own music. And in there, I'll make my own sort of stupid jokes, and I occasionally do film reviews, and I just have stupid talks that I like to do, even when I'm not on camera, or even when I'm not on the mic, So if you are interested, not only would it mean that you would be getting a bit more of me, which who doesn't want that, eh? But also I suppose you would be supporting a voluntary run thing, so I think that would be appreciated too. So if you ever want to send me a request, I think you can send it through email. I'd appreciate it, of course, if it could just be adult like. Please don't spam it or anything like that. But if you would like a genuine request, it would mean a lot to not only me but all the people who work there, and all the volunteers and all the listeners as well, who are patients and families of patients and such like that. So that's just a little thing I wanted to go on about, definitely, as well. If you were ever interested, kind of keep up with. I'm going to make another video to shout out a channel. Might not be something that you guys, especially if you kind of stick around with my interest in music and such like that, might not be totally interested in, but still, it's another video by me, and I think it's a video that might be worth a watch, because I really want to make it. So thank you, and hopefully it won't be too long when I see you next time. See ya.